The paradox of poverty. Imagine that you, the employer, seeking work from a government benefit program have offered you cover utilities and food, but you are barely getting by. Finally, you hear back about a job application, you receive your first paycheck in months, and things seem to be turning around. But there's a catch. Your new job pays just enough to disqualify you from the benefit program, and not enough to cover the same cost. To make things worse, you have to pay for transportation to work and childcare while you're the, while you're at the office. Somehow, you have less money now than when you were unemployed. Economic call this demoralizing situation the welfare trap, one of the many different poverty traps affecting millions of people around the world. Poverty traps are economic and environmental circumstances that reinforce themselves, perpetuating poverty for generations. Some poverty traps are tied to an individualist circumstance, like a lack of access to healthy food or education. Other can affect entire nations, such as cycle of poverty, such as cycle of corrupt government or climate change. But the cruel irony of welfare traps, in particular, in that they stem from the very policies designed to battle poverty. Most societies throughout history employ some strategies to help people in poverty meet basic needs. Before the 20th century, religious groups and private charities often led such initiative. initiative. Today, these are called welfare programs, and they usually take the form of government provided subsidies for housing, food, energy, and healthcare. Typically, these programs are mean-tested, meaning that only people who fall below a certain income level are eligible for benefits. This policy is designed to ensure aid goes to those who need it most, but it also means people lose access as soon as they earn more than the qualification they're sought, regardless of whether or not they're financially stable enough to stay there. The species style, the species cycle is harmful to both those in poverty and those outside of it. Mainstream economic model assume people are rational actors who weigh the cost and benefit of their options and choose the most advantageous path forward. If those in poverty know they'll gain no net benefit from working, they're incentivized to remain in government assistance. Of course, people work for many reasons, including social, societal norms, and personal values. But income is major incentive incentive to pursuing employment. And when less people take on a new job, the economy slows down, keeping people in poverty and potentially pushing people in the cubes of poverty over the edge. Some have suggested the feedback loop could be removed by eliminating government assistance program altogether. But most agree the solution is neither realistic nor human. So, how can we redesign benefit in way that doesn't penalize people for working? Many countries have tried different ways to circumvent this problem. Some allow people to continue receiving benefit for a given period after finding a job, while others phase out benefits gradually as income increases. This policy still removes some financial incentive to work, but the risk of a welfare trap is lower. Other governments provide benefits like education, childcare, or medical care equally across all their citizens on purpose. On purpose. On, on proposed solution, take this idea of universal benefit even further. A universal basic income would provide a fixed benefit to all members of society, regardless of wealth or employment status. This is the only no for this that could entirely remove welfare tax, since any earned wage would supplement the benefit rather than replace it.